Hello and welcome to lecture 7 part 15 of this Python tutorial series. Topic of today's session is generators. Overall goal of our tutorial series is to learn Python by implementation. Objective of today's session is to understand generators, how they can be used to create iterators, what are generator functions, how a yield statement can be used to convert a normal function into a generator function which ultimately create a generator, efficiency of generator, time and memory efficiency, generator expressions to create generators, stream representation and generator pipelines. Iterators are objects which access element of a iterable container in a sequence. That is, they perform iteration over a iterable. Example of a inbuilt iterator is a for loop which access a iterable container list in a sequence. If you want to create your custom iterator, you have to define a class, then you have to define a container inside the class, you have to define the iter method, dunder method, next dunder method. You have to handle stop iteration exception if the elements of the container are exhausted. There is an implicit way of creating a iterator which can iterate over your container using generator or generator functions. Python generators are a simple way of creating iterators. Generator is a function which returns an object iterator which can be iterated over. Now we understand generator function with example. We are defining a generator function func followed by opening parenthesis, closing parenthesis, followed by a colon, enter. You are creating an integer object number, assigning it a value 10. Difference between normal function and a generator function is that it has yield statement instead of return statement. Yield statement returns the state of the object, whereas return statement terminates and return the object. Here you can again, what will be done when you use a yield statement, the function will be paused, state of the object will be given to the call point, processing will be done on the call point, and we return to the function again to perform the next operation till the yield statement. For example, after the first yield statement, what I am doing, I am incrementing the number by 2. Number plus is equal to 2, shorthand notation. Incremented the number by 2. Now I am yielding this number object again. YIELD. Again the execution will be paused, state of the object will be stored, and it will be passed to the call point where it will be processed on demand. Means on demand value are generated, functions are passed, and again it follows the next iteration after processing. We repeat this process one more time. How many times we have yielded the value? We have yielded the value 3 times. If you used a single return statement, how many values you can return? 1. Here using a generator function or a generator, how many values you can return? Multiple values you can return, or multiple sequence of values you can return. Click on the cell, run the cell. Cell has executed successfully. Now we create gn, which will be a iterator object, and call the function func. If it is a iterator object, it will have implicit iter and next method by which it can be iterated upon or operated upon. So we access the value using this gn. What we do, we print the value, just print next dunder method gn. What will be printed? First value is 10. Again, what was done? Execution of the function is stopped. We are accessing the value on demand. means only the value which is required is there in the memory. Again we print next of gn, it is 12. Again we run the cell. How many values we have written? 10, 12, 12, 14. Again we run the cell, then it will raise an exception. What exception it will raise? That you have reached stop iteration. This can be avoided using for loop, because for loop has an implicit implementation of a next and stop iteration exception if you pass a iterable or generator to it. For I, which will be a iterable or generator which is passed by func, our generator function or iterator function, what we are doing, we are simply printing the value of the iterator or generator. Click on the cell, run the cell. You can see first execution paused, second execution paused, third execution paused. After that it has stopped iteration exception, which is handled by for loop implicitly, which is doing nothing, means executing pass statement. So difference between a normal function and a generator function is that generator function can contain single or more yield statement. It returns a iterator object. It has automatic or implicit implementation of iter and next dunder method. This function can pause. It remembers the local variable state. Function terminates on stop iteration exception. We consider one more example. Here we have function countdown, which is accepting the argument as n. It is checking whether the value of n is greater than 0. If it is greater than 0, yielding the value of n and decrementing the value by 1. If n argument is 3, this loop will run 3 times. After 3 times it will raise and stop iteration exception. After it we will print done. Click on the cell, run the cell. We run the generator function, which will return a iterable object in C. We check the type of C. Type C. Shift enter. You can see it is printing that it is a generator, means it is a iterator object which can be iterated over upon. We run the next function on it because it has a implicit next method. Click on the cell starting from 3. Click on the cell, press Ctrl Enter 2. Click on the cell, press Ctrl Enter 1. Click on the cell, press Ctrl Enter. Done, and you have a stop iteration exception that function execution has ended. Example of generating an infinite sequence using a generator function. This cannot be done using a normal function because it will throw an exception of memory bound. But using generator function, as you can pause the state, you can generate infinite or process infinite sequence. For example, in this case you have an infinite sequence function which is accepting a number. It is checking a condition. While true means it is an infinite loop. You yield a value and we increment the value. This loop is repeated as many number of times as you call the next method on the object which is generated by the generator or iterator. This will not raise a stop iteration exception because every time you increment, go next and call this method, it will generate a state of the object and you can process it. Click on the cell, run the cell. From infinite sequence, which is a generator function, which will return a generator, which is a iterable object, you run next gen method. Click on the cell, press Ctrl Enter 0, press Ctrl Enter 1, press Ctrl Enter 2, 3, 4, 5. You can run it infinite number of time. After it, the execution of function has stopped, therefore it is not throwing an exception. If you run a for loop, then it will throw an exception. For I, in where I is a generator which will be returned by which function? Infinite sequence function. Infinite sequence, opening, closing parenthesis, double quotes, what we are doing, we are printing the value of I. Print the iterable object value I. This will run into an infinite loop until and unless it is interrupted. How we can interrupt it? Go on kernel and hit restart. It will restart the execution or stop the execution or of the current cell. One prerequisite before implementing that the generators are efficient way of creating iterator is you have to install MB extension. Link is displayed above, and you have to go to the home page of your Jupyter notebook, click on NB extension and hit execute time. This extension will show running time of your cell when the function is called. Click on the cell. Here you have oddgen function which is accepting two arguments n and m. Accepted the first argument in parameter n and second argument in parameter m, and generating all the odd values between n to m. You run the cell. Definition is created. You call the oddgen function which will return a generator which is a iterable iterator, and you call it the sum function which has by default next and stop iter method so that it can handle this generator object. Click on the cell, run the cell, it will produce the output. Now you have the same method, just instead of yielding the value you are creating a list, storing the value into the list and returning the list. Oddgen to argument accepted as parameters in n and m, you create an empty list. While n is less than m, you are appending a new value into the list and generating the value, next value n is equal to n plus 2. After the while loop ends, we are returning list. You call odd list function. First is 1, second is 1 lakh, and you run the sum method. Click on the cell, run the cell. You see the execution time required for the function which was using generator is 58 millisecond, whereas the function which was using a list is 231 millisecond. Why? Because in the function when you are using generator, values were generated on demand, means the computation and processing was started even when the complete indexing was not over. First value was added, then second value was generated and second value was added, third value was generated and third value was added. Only one value was active in the memory, therefore memory requirement is less, therefore the time and memory requirement for generator to generate a iterator is less. While in the list implementation using normal function, first the complete list was generated, the list was written, then the complete list was active in the memory, therefore memory requirement is more, and then the addition was done. Therefore time required for a normal function to create a iterator is more as compared to time and memory required by a generator function for creating a iterator. Usually generator objects are used in a for loop. The generator object returns a iterator. Iterator is iterated upon using the next method. On each iteration you use a next method to produce a new value or obtain a new value. For loop or other functions like sum has inbuilt next and stop iter method so that they can handle the generated value, and if the list is the values are exhausted, they exit from the iterator. For example, in this case, for I, this I is the iterable or the generator which is written by oddgen function. What you are doing, you are printing the value of I. You are passing one parameter, first parameter as 1 and second parameter is 10. This oddgen function is a generator which is accepting two arguments, one first value and m value, and it is printing all the odd values in between. Click on the cell, run the cell. Implicitly it has executed the next function on the generator, and when the values were exhausted, it has run the stop iter exception which has a pass statement, so we exit the generator or iterable. Similar to list comprehension, you can create a generator expression which contains a generator comprehension. For example, here in this case you have a list which is having 4 values 1, 2, 3, 4 stored in list 1. If you want to create a generator object using generator comprehension, what you have to do? You have to give the expression 10 to the power I for each element I in this list. This is a list comprehension expression, just it is enclosed in opening and closing parentheses. This will return a generator object which is a iterator apart from a list. Click on the cell, run the cell, you see the output that it is a generator object. If it is a list comprehension, then it will return a list. What you have to change? You have to change the opening and closing square bracket. It will return a list and you generate the value. If you want to return a generator object is equal to opening parenthesis expression for items and the container element. This is the syntax. Click on the cell, run the cell, check this is generator output. It will be only run when you run the next method, or it can be consumed by for, some or another function which has inbuilt next or stop iteration methods. You can reconvert this generator object which is a iterator into a list by preceding it with a list. The disadvantage is that it will have greater execution time and memory consumption, as all the advantages of iterate generator are not applicable. Generator pipelines or using multiple generator functions. You have two generator function here. One is creating a Fibonacci series number in a sequence and another is creating a square of a number. Both are accepting argument as num. They are generator because both has a yield statement. They are memory and time efficient. For input, they will iterate over the input, yield the value, perform the computation on demand and print the output. For example, if you call fib3, it will create a generator object of fib generator. It will first produce a value 1, which square function will be called on 1 and it will yield 1 square. Then we sum it, the sum variable will sum the value 1. In the next iteration, fib3 execution, the second value which is generated by Fibonacci series will be 1. This 1 will be given as an output to square function. Square function will print the square of 1. Square of 1 is 1, which will be added to previous sum, 1 plus 1 2. Now this fib3, the third execution of fib3, it will yield a value 2. That 2 will be given to the square function which will yield a 2 square which is 4, and some function will add it. So 1 plus 1 2 plus 4 output is 6. Here the sum function has implicit next and stop iter method to stop the working of both the function which are running in concurrency at the same time. We can see this using a for loop also, because for loop is also a iterator which has a num and inbuilt stop iter method. For what you have to do, you have to consume a generator object in I. You are using a generator pipeline in which first pipeline is a square and second pipeline is a fib, and you are passing the argument as 3. For each iteration of this, you are printing the value of I. Print I. You will see value will be generated on demand. So output will be 1 square. Second term of Fibonacci series is also 1. Therefore again 1 square. Third term of Fibonacci series is 1 plus 1 2. Therefore 2 square as 4. So 1 1 4 will be your output, which sum is equivalent to 6. What square? SQUARE. Typo. Run the method. You get print iterable 114. Therefore, your sum function was given the output as 6. Time to cross check our objectives. Yes, we have seen what are generators, what are generator function. We have understood yield statement. We have seen the efficiency of generator over list. We have created generator using generator expression. We have seen stream representation, and we have also created generator pipeline. Code of this notebook you will get in the description below. Do hit the subscribe button if you like the content, and lastly, thanks for watching.